I mean, I am excited to see the finished product, but
me too. I'm excited to see it too.
Thought we were at tea time.
I said it like I didn't have it. I got it in my back pocket.
Okay, what are we gonna do today with your hair?
I get some braids. I need some of them Nipseys.
Like how, like on a shirt, or is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go faux go, and all my years, definitely. A lot of people don't see me in a t-shirt.
I know.
I'm brought Nipsey the Great out to get my hair braided.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I told one time I did a training. I said I brought the Nipsey shirt up under the suit jacket, and I said, Nipsey, you know, when he dropped that one mixtape for $100, he wanted a physical release. You had to come and pay $100, and he said just by knowing your worth, knowing what you have, you know, and not being afraid to demand that. So I think that's important. Know your worth.
Yeah, I get it.
So my next thing I'm dropping is gonna be $100.
Oh shit. All right. Well, it's been like a super busy week. Yeah. We had Halloween yesterday. We had finally got.
Hey, you did a healthy Halloween, didn't you?
I did a healthy Halloween. We had a party at 11th and B, south of downtown. We had Juju's making some vegan food.
Yeah.
We had Jonathan Leach playing some music, and then there was a group of 3 people finishing a mural on the side of the building. And then we have also like really cleaned up a space for when it's warmer for Juju's to have an outdoor eating area.
Tight.
So yeah, it was a good time. Like a bunch of little kids came through, and we just, I mean, they didn't complain about what they got, so it was cool.
That's tight. That's super tight.
Yeah, but yeah, this week has just flown by. Monday we had our Hopes and Dreams banquet for City Impact. That was amazing. We had
I showed up to the wrong address.
You know, a couple people did.
My details. I gotta get those details.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, we had probably close to 300 people there. It was really.
That's a good turnout.
And like all of my feedback has been really good. I mean, most everybody gave us like a 9 out of a 10. So I was excited about that. I think we raised maybe like $30,000 that night and $100,000 over the next 5 years.
Wow.
So like that's a big deal.
Super big deal. That's a one night kind of get guapped up.
Well, I mean, but we put so much work into it. I mean, like our team has spent like the last 4 months getting ready for the event. It took us like 10 people. We did a lot of different stuff. So
yeah.
That was cool.
Super.
But now we're just like gearing up for our Gifts of Love program. And so we'll have registration in like the next week or so. And then parents and families will get to shop like the second week in December. So I'm gonna have lots of information on like how you can volunteer, how you can donate, or how you can come shop if you're like a need qualified family.
Sure. That's super tight.
Yeah.
Y'all do a lot for the community.
I mean, but yeah, like what I'm super excited about before our kids get to shop on Sunday the 9th, KB is gonna have a huge event where he's gonna try and give away 500 coats. 500 coats, wow. Haircuts, wow. Socks, underwear, like all the things. And so
I think people don't understand like how pivotal it is when those resources are available, because a lot of moms and dads that work hard, and I mean real hard, right? Mm-hmm. They can barely, still make the necessities, and then that extra $60, $70, $80 that you have to spend on a coat, mm-hmm. that's hard. Then you have to make a decision. Do I want to pay the electric? Do I want to pay the water? A lot of people are in those situations. I remember growing up as a young boy with my mother, and we were in those situations. And so when those resources out there, and get you a coat, it's a fly coat, and they don't make you feel bad about having to take a coat, I think that's amazing. So big ups to KB for always doing stuff like that. Because this isn't his first event. He's been doing this, right? Yeah. And you've been helping him.
Yeah, I've always been a supporter of him because he's always been a supporter of me. And I mean, like anybody that has a small business or a business in this town, I really try to encouraged to keep going. And I mean, I've been a business owner for 15 years now, so you know, it's hard, but you know, you just have to show up every day.
Yeah. But it works when you give back.
Yeah, it does.
The universe brings it back to you, and when you give back, it works.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that.
So tell people what you're doing on my hair here.
So this is like a crochet method. Like I just want to tighten some of them up before I braid it so it's not so fuzzy. And then it will,
Tell them, ain't no artificial hair, that's my hair.
This is all Ishma. You've been growing this for like
almost
years?
20 years now.
That's
it's getting
crazy.
close to 20. It's getting close to 20.
Yeah.
And so basically you just tighten up the lock, huh?
Yeah.
Like trying to get it too long. I got a lot of new growth and I'm lazy with the, you know, my head, I just put a hat on. I don't really do my hair too much. That's what the Rasta thing is about to me. I just kind of let it go, right? And but lately I've been kind of wanting to wear less hats. So
Really, it's getting colder and you want to wear less hats?
yeah, I know. I'm going backwards, huh? I'll
Yeah.
be ready for next spring. Look, see, I'm just gonna be traveling and staying out the cold, staying down south, staying in the Caribbean and things this winter. I'm gonna do a lot of that down south stuff.
That would be nice.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So today you're getting twisted up. Why?
Oh well, I always like to get twisted up, but we got a lot of things happening today. I mean, a lot of things happening. I guess I can go ahead and give a couple plugs, right? We have the Good Earth 2. It's our official grand opening. That's my family store. We're revitalizing the legacy of my grandparents. They were natural healers, or still are natural healers, and they owned a health food store called the Good Earth Health Food Store in Lincoln for from 78 to 85. And we have revamped that store, and we just do the natural healing component of it, not the natural foods, but we do the natural healing components, and we having a heck of a time with that. We had a soft opening last month, and now we have the grand opening.
Yep,
So,
I went to the soft opening. I took my daughter Layla.
Appreciate
We got some matching stones.
there you go.
I think it's jade. I
Yes.
think your wife was kind of explaining like what it does. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just-
the expert on that. I'm not the expert. I'm the expert on the supplements and the ointments and things like that. But my sister and my wife, they know those stones like serious. They're almost they're really close to being certified and things, and I forget exactly what it's called, but they're serious about it. I know I gotta get to know the things better.
I met some people from like Utah and California, and they just got me like woke. They're like, you need this and you need that. And so I had went to like maybe like Euphoria or something. I got some a while ago, but I just, like I said, I like to support the smaller up and coming.
Heck yeah. No, it's real, and it's a cool thing because you know, and I'm not afraid to say, you know, it's a smaller a new business because every castle started in the basement. You know, like my man Lupe said, and it's real, but I think it's cool because the stones, the minerals, the people don't understand, you know, that we're drawn to that because we are from that. You know, especially people from black culture. I mean, we come from the land that has this gold, these diamonds, these beautiful stones. And then when you go to science or religion, you know, they say we're either from dirt, or the science say we're stardust, whatever it may be. These minerals, these stones, these things are in us. And so they do activate our strengths because they're in us, I really believe. And so that's what's cool to me, you know.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy them. And then, of course, we got we saw the promo, I believe. We played the promo right before it came out, right before the show started. And I appreciate you letting me just pop a promo right on, like it's late night TV. We just pop the promo on. But we have a project, a collab that just came out of nowhere, right? Like real fast. Made a couple calls, some things happened, and literally just made a couple calls, and in like a matter of weeks, we made something happen. Got a single that's coming out November 10th. And dropping a sneak preview of the video today. That's Radio Jams. No one else. Yeah. So no one else. That drops, and it's a real cool video. We had a real fun time making the video, making the song. We collaborated with a whole bunch of people. We had we went to up in Omaha. We recorded. We went down to Silver Street in Ashland, USA, and recorded. We also brought producers like Sebastian. He's another guy in Omaha that has done national traveling, and he played some guitar on it. We just got a whole bunch of great people together. Haley Bice, she did some backup vocals,
Sick vocals.
right? Brought her Mariah Carey to the game.
She literally did.
Or that. somebody was telling me like Christina Aguilera too. I mean, people have been really on what she brought, and I was excited. And then my man Brady, Brady and me have known each other for a couple years and have on and off made some tracks, some real cool music that felt good, that really just felt good. And then
it's clean.
yeah, it's clean fun. It's clean fun, but it's not forced. It's just real authentic and genuine. And what we did is like I said, we just in a matter of weeks brought something together and said, okay, cool, let's go ahead and really try this and do something real quick and put something out to the people, and not just make some songs for how much fun we're having. So we put it out there, and November 10th will be our official release everywhere. The Spotify, the titles, I always like to give title a shout out because rock. But you also have to come out today. Parish Studios, that's 1410 O Street, downtown. Come out here and you can check out our sneak peek. You get to see the video in whole, you get to hear the music, and then when you sign up for the emails and things, we have shirt giveaways, a whole bunch of things that we're signing up for. We have single giveaways, shirt giveaways, and we're gonna announce our first upcoming show coming up soon as well, which is gonna be real tight. Yeah, we're excited. We got a real smash venue for our first show, and I mean, I'm just real excited. And I gotta give a special shout out to everybody that was involved. And then, of course, you, Ashley, you made all of our models look glam. And look, on big sets, a lot of times you have 3 or 4 glam people in this glam squad that really make these people amazing. But Ashley was a glam squad all on her own. The makeup, I'm trying to tell you, it was everything. The makeup, the costume, the styling, it was all on. It was all on point. Big shout out. Usually every time that I do something too, I apologize. I was in so much of a rush and things. I didn't have my cousin Renita. She's always a producer on everything I do, but I can't wait until our next one because she'll be right there on hand with us. Because she's amazing. She's just amazing. Renita Guyton. She is amazing. I mean, she is really beautiful person, and I appreciate her every time. Brother, you know about Renita. She gets all the clothing right. Yeah, we do time period pieces together, and she just does something else. But I tell you what, I also want to give a shout out. Of course, the Good Earth 2 supplied the beautiful jewelry and all that. But so I appreciate, of course, being on Tea Time with Ashley, because we got to drop the promo, got to talk about all this cool stuff, and I'm sincerely excited. And then, of course, big shout out to my man. I call my man Ray, but Matthew Mason of Voface. And if you haven't seen VoFaceMagazine.com, check it out. You'll be stunned. This man is the premier photographer when it comes to that look, right? There's a lot of great, amazing photographers, but he's that one for that special artistic look, like you see in the what do you call those big magazines? The GQs, the things like that, right? So check out Voface Magazine. But my man down there at his studio in Parish Studios will be down there premiering that, and so it'll be on the big art screen back there. Cool. So we're excited. We make our own silver screen over here, kind of like Nipsey. You do your own, make your own, and own it, and feel it.
Like Tyler Perry, you have a lot to do with the production. He's just opened this amazing studio on like this land that everybody told him not to get, not to do, and he's like, I'm building my own table. Sure.
Well, there's a lot of brothers that hate, of course, too, right? Because brothers hate on Tyler Perry just for the simple fact of Medea, right? They say, the brother wearing a dress. Look, point blank, the brother played a character, right? Now, beyond that, when I went down this summer, I had the pleasure of taking about 10 young men on a historically black college and university tour. The HBCU tour was amazing. We saw 6 HBCUs. And when we were down at Atlanta Clark University, this is literally just like half a mile away from the portion of Tyler Perry's studio that was already up and functioning and going. He had a functioning studio going for a long time. And so he goes to the HBCUs in Atlanta around, from Spelman, from Morehouse, and from Atlanta Clark University and others. And what he does is he takes the young brothers and sisters there, and he makes them paid interns. So he doesn't bring them on, a lot of college, that was one thing about the HBCUs is they were like, you don't have to be a broke college student. We got ways you can make money here. You have skills, you have talents. You need to turn that into your revenue right now. Don't, wait until you get out of college to start thinking about making money. Well, Tyler Perry, he practiced that, came in and brought the young brothers up and was winning with capitalism on that front, right? Taking it through, bringing his brothers up and giving them the opportunity. And now you see there's so many people come out of his studio that are different directors and doing different amazing work that were coming out of Tyler Perry's studio that we just don't get to hear about and know about a lot, but they're very successful. So he's been doing it, and it was a big shout out because I didn't even know that. And we were on the campus where they filmed Drumline, A Different World. Yep. Even the scene from Hidden Figures, where the young ladies were, where was this, Taraji P. Henson, or is that her name? Right, where she's running, trying to go to the bathroom because she had to go to the segregated bathroom. That was on that Atlanta Clark University campus as well, right? And they got those computers. One of those computers are there. They have like one of those big computers are like one of the only 4 I think in the world, and they have them there, right there at that university. Yeah,
that's dope. So me and my daughter, we went to Clark and Morehouse and Spelman in 2016. We went over MLK weekend.
Oh,
and it was just like literally one of the best experiences we had together, and we stayed down there for a week so we could really like.
Oh, you felt ATL.
Yeah, but so her aunt had lived there for probably 10 or 15 years, so I had been there a lot because that's where I started going to hair shows when I first got out of college of hair design, and so like just to be able to be there for like a whole week and just really experience the city, see all the colleges, and there was a lot of history. And I mean, we got to go to MLK rally. Like it was really dope.
I think sometimes we forget that because, I know if you spend a lot of time in Nebraska and you spend a lot of time in a city where there's 4 to 6% black people at any given time, right? Sometimes you forget that there's whole metropolitan areas, whole even urban area or rural areas, whole nations. But right here in America, we forget there's whole communities, there's whole amazingly successful places that are, if not exclusively, predominantly black. And I think that we forget that sometimes living in if you stay in your bubble. But you go and travel, you go and make sure that you stay like kind of attuned to what's really going on, and you will be amazed by how much amazingness that there are within the black communities. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people took subject with issue with when Kanye said something about, black community is, I'm effing your girl, and or black culture was like being like, I'm effing your girl and driving a foreign. And they're like, that's a really small subculture of hip hop culture, not black culture. Because black culture, is so many amazing things that can't be tied up into a genre of music, a subgenre of music at that, right? Yeah. So I think a lot of people took offense to that, which I get and understand. But at the same time, make for sure that before we take offense to something, we try to understand how the person got there.
Right. Well, I always say like offense is taken, not given.
Oh.
Sorry, am I hurting you?
No, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, on that quote right there.
I was like, because people can say something and that's just how they feel. Like, you can receive that, or you can be like, that's just how you feel. So. Sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's real true.
So what else? So there's just so many things going on. Like, I want to know, we got like these holiday promos happening at the store. At Sweet Jane. Yeah. Cross Threads always coming through with the good gear. I shout out to my girls, Jalissa and Carrie. They have like the most amazing clothes ever. Yeah. And so they're always having pop-ups and different holiday specials and stuff, so you're gonna have to make sure to check them out.
Most definitely.
I live in their clothes, unless I have something very, very important to do. I still rock something of theirs, just because it's just great quality, mad comfortable. So super excited about that. I guess in some less exciting news, R.I.P. to John Witherspoon.
Oh man, Pops.
I know.
Oh, that was.
It's Friday.
But I feel
we don't got nothing to do. No. We gotta watch Fridays. Actually, we both have a ton to do.
Hey, look, I tell you this. I think that the one thing that I do like is when it feels like people lived a full life.
Yeah.
Right? And it feels like John Witherspoon lived a full life. I was just watching an interview with him the other day, and some of the things he talks about and things, I feel like he really lived a full life and can be okay with resting now. You know, he did a lot. He made a lot of people have joy.
Right.
Brought a lot of joy to people. And what's your favorite Pops quote?
I can't say it. I'm trying to keep my show PG-13.
I always be like,
no, I mean, every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. That's literally what I tell my children every single day. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
Have you seen that extended cut?
Yeah,
where he's just like ad-libbing, like,
yeah.
Oh man, that scene
was amazing.
So long.
It was amazing.
I think he stood there for like 4 minutes just saying different things.
Going hard, yeah. But I mean, I can see that, you know, to have like a, you know, I just had a conversation with a friend who was just talking about children who, you know, feel entitled and don't want to work and are lazy, and, you know, so like I get it, like, you know, it struck a chord. Like, you ain't took out the trash, you in here eating all my food, you got fired on your day off, like, damn.
Put Antonio Brown.
So it was looking good. Yeah, okay.
Oh, wonderful. Like, you know me, I'm over it. Usually I wear my hair to where people probably, you know, kids sometimes walk the other way. You know, they be looking.
Really?
Like, yeah, you know, sometimes I'll be looking rough out here with the hair. I'm just kidding.
So that's the look you're going for.
It is always. It always is. You know,
that natural look.
Well, I haven't shaved or had a lineup in 28 days. It'll be a year.
Wow.
Yeah, 28 days will be a year since I had a lineup, a shave, or anything. So really, after I went to Jamaica last year, and I really shout out to my man Javon Woods. He gave me this term. He said Sankofa. He would say, right, to go back and get it. And what it means, go back and get it, like to go back and rediscover kind of who I was and rediscover what I'm about, right? And when I first had started growing my hair, it was about this just spiritual connection within myself, of being just one with myself and just being natural with myself, right? So then when I went up there and I got more in tune with that again, then I came back and I was like, it just doesn't feel right to shave. It doesn't feel right to like go to the barbershop and try to get a smooth lineup or whatever. And no hate to those who do. I think that's dope. And so I'm like always like, do what feels right for you, right? Mm-hmm. And as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And so that's what I'm practicing right now. That's what feels right for me. And that's what I tell people with their diet too. You know, a lot of people are like, Ish, you know, you're vegan, man. I need to be vegan. I need to get on what you're on. And I'm like, I don't know if you need to be vegan. Like, you know, like I need to be vegan because it feels good for me. I don't know if, you know, your DNA and how your body works is going to feel great to you. Now, I do know that, I think scientifically, most people can thrive off a vegan diet. But that being said, not all people are the same. And if you thrive, you know, eating Hershey's and milk every day, whatever, you know, do you.
Yeah. It is like coming from like, you know, I've been in the health and fitness industry for, you know, the last 7-8 years. And, you know, a lot of what they're teaching people is like protein. And like, I have just really challenged a lot of people, like my healthcare professional and my dietitian, like everybody, I'm like, show me how to get plant-based protein, because I don't, like, I'm not vegan, but like, I don't like really care to eat meat. I never really have. I was born on Earth Day, so I feel like obligated to be like woke, like to drink tea and diffuse oils and, you know, wear stones and shit. So, I mean, if you're born on Earth Day, like that's like, you kind of have to like respect that. Like that's not a coincidence. So, yeah, like I just feel like people should just be more open to trying new things, you know, like there are a lot of really cool restaurants, you know, Pepe's and Juju's, Rutabagas.
Pepe's and Juju's for sure. Those are two that I enjoy weekly, always. Yeah. And I can give you some suggestions of what to get on the menu. If you ever see that Pepe's doing those Cubanos, you gotta do it.
What is that? What's that?
Oh, it's like originally I think a Cubano was like a Cuban that's pork sandwich, right? Oh. It's real nasty with some like all that swine that ain't divine, right? So you but he puts, I think he uses either jackfruit or like seitan or whatever. However it goes, it be banging and it's vegan and it's dope. If you go down to Juju's, hopefully you'll be there on a day where he's doing his vegan po' boy.
Yeah,
is that vegan po' boy?
I've had that before.
It's like a half pound of vegan amazingness within a big bun and some. I mean, the lettuce and tomato he give you. You know, a lot of times you go like, yeah, it's like a little piece of lettuce.
He's very generous with his portion sizes.
He's like, it was like a thick tomato. I could like, it was like a tomato, like, you know, I think like that tomato that Eddie Murphy was talking about back in the day when you put in the hamburger. You know, like I like those.
He's like, I got me done. That's but you know, Derek's a new dad, so he's like, we got food at home. We got food at home.
I'm serious though. Like, I was blessed by that tomato. The other day, it was bomb. I was smashing. The other day, my brother John got you. The other day, my brother John.
I see you guys went up there. I hit John up because his beard was just looking so strong.
Yeah.
And we have this November, I don't even know how to say it, November beard thing. We like, a whole bunch of stylists are getting together and they put all these flowers in there and they're raising money for something. I don't know, it's cool, but my friends asked me to be a part of it. It's their 4th year, so I hit John up after I seen that photo. I'm like, your beard's looking like photo worthy.
John was going in, so me and John, we ate there and again, you know, what I get? I got a chicken sandwich. You know, it wasn't a chicken sandwich, it was a vegan chicken sandwich. Yeah. We need to stop calling it vegan chicken. It's like, anyways, it was
we need to call what it is. Like, what is it? Like soy beef? Like, what is it made of?
I try not to do soy. I'm not sure what he had that day. But
he made it yesterday too. I tried it. It was good.
Oh man! So he was going in. So I was eating this thing, and then I had the tomatoes, and then he put extra tomatoes on the side because I feel like he know I like tomatoes. He must know I'm a farmer. So what happened was, so we at the end, look, that tomato was looking so juicy and good, had the sauce on it. John, like, I turned my head, John reached over with his fork and grabbed the thing, you know what I'm saying? I was already done. Yeah, no. I was done, because usually I'd be like, you know, I'm like a germaphobe, but I was done. But that brother was like, yo, that tomato. We was over here talking about a tomato. So for real, you know the food is good if you're talking about a tomato.
That is true. He had like 100 tomatoes on this table yesterday. They're like little green ones, like a whole, like he had seriously like buckets and buckets of tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes hard. Everything he does goes hard.
Shout out to D-Boy, Derek, Juju, all the things.
Going in.
Yeah.
So no, I love the movement of people wanting to be healthy. You know, that's all beautiful and fine works for you. You know, one thing about the protein game though, unless you're really a bodybuilder, really trying to bodybuild, which I need to try to get on a little bit because I want. But what happens is this. One of the things that I've really heard from a lot of great people, but not only that, but research myself, is you don't find a lot of people with protein deficiency, and this is one of the things is that you need a lot of things different ways. But I think a lot of times we're conditioned into thinking that we need so much more protein than we actually do. To be healthy.
That too before.
But that being said, too, you know, we've been conditioned into, you know, milk does the body good.
Yeah.
We're conditioned into a lot of things. But that being said, I'm not professing to be anybody's doctor. But if you come to the Good Earth too, then we can definitely give you some health tips. Do that, most definitely. So no, I'm super excited. Now you're I know that you're a parent of a athlete.
Yeah, football season's over. Ugh. We have our banquet on Tuesday, and like he's a senior, so like we're done. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what's next?
What's next for Malachi? So he wants to work. He wants to have money because my favorite word is no. Hell no. Like I just am not raising kids that like, because they told me one time, mom means made out of money.
Oh wow.
Right. I'm like, but then he says that I should be at home cooking too. Like, my son, he'd be joking, but he has such different beliefs on how things should run. And so I'm like, oh, well, he has 2 jobs. He works at Taco John's, and then he also refs for the Y. So he's going to be still like working out and stuff, but yeah, but hopefully, you know, he can find a school where he can play football and, you know, get his degree. Sure thing. So that's what's up for him. But yeah, okay, so like I had all these questions for you.
I'm ready to
answer. Kind of running out of time, but so I mean, like you and I both, like when people talk to us, they're like, "Oh, you're doing the most. You're doing so much. Like I don't know how you do it all."
Sure.
You know, I'm a single parent. I work at City Impact, like pretty not full time, but I'm invested at that full time level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, already.
I'm at the salon on the weekends. And I have, I have this show. I have just a couple other business ventures that I do, while raising a family by myself.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, like, what is your job? What do you do? Like, can you tell people, like, how do you make it work?
I'm
with
like
your family?
Tommy.
And I'm like, what do you get paid to
like
do?
Tommy
Like,
off
what gives you a paycheck? Like,
I
what?
just do things. One thing that I think is important, right, is to always own yourself. And I had to learn that throughout years of depending on paychecks, right? And I had a mentor one time who actually, it was funny. He was like a 3-hour mentor, right? I've got 3 hours with the gentleman.
Oh, I remember this.
And he, he told me a bunch of things, but then he said, I'm real successful. I was at a point. He was saying this about himself. He said, I'm super, super successful. Did all these great things, and I was at a point where still someone told me, okay, by next Monday, you need to go ahead and have your office cleaned out because you did what we needed to do, and now we're moving on. And so he said, I'll never be in a position again where somebody tells me when I need to go, right? And I took that to heart and said, that's important. And so from then on, I decided to, say I only want contracts. I only want to try to decide on my terms how I'm going to do things. And I've never been one to be able to be good at a time clock. Like, I've never had a real job where I had to like punch in, how
Never,
people,
ever?
have to clock in at McDonald's a long time ago when I was like young, like 14 or 15 when you got your first jobs, I was doing like,
It was McDonald's?
Yeah, it was McDonald's out of Afro working at McDonald's. I was like the McDowell's commercial, like, but that Dave Chappelle skit or whatever. But literally, but I really took that to heart and said, that's not me anyway, as in having to depend on someone else to say, Ishma, this is how you have to do things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I do believe I believe in collaboration, I believe in learning, I believe in taking an example and trying to better on that even. But I don't like when I just have to be put in a box. And so that being said, being put in a box, a lot of people say, Ishma, you do a lot. Like, you do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot. I do a lot of contracts. I do a lot of entertainment work, and I'm a film director, I'm a musician, I'm just all about entertainer, I'm a public speaker, and most importantly, I think I'm a father and a husband, and I think sometimes because I have such a great family, I'm able to do all these things. And a lot of people are like, how can you do that? And a lot of times be like, because my wife and kids allow me the freedoms to put my energy into so many things, right?
Well, and your sister, you guys have the Valenti sound.
Oh yeah, my sister's
like
my number one supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Shali Shahar Valenti. She literally is my number one supporter. I guess Jones, now she got married recently.
Oh yeah, the wedding, how was that?
That was great. I got to officiate my sister's wedding, and I cried like a baby while officiating my sister's wedding. I've done a few weddings, and I enjoy. I'm a minister, so I enjoy doing those things, and I enjoy spreading joy and bringing people together. And so I was all ready, right, during rehearsal. I was like, oh, this is nothing. I'm just gonna do what I do. I have some awesome stories to tell. I have some great connection. Then I got up there, and the moment hit me. She's walking down the aisle, and I just start bawling. And I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to talk over crying. I'm like, and I think people are looking at me like, come on, man. Get through this.
But that's a big deal.
It was a big
deal. That's huge.
I remember we be playing video games together and laughing and talking about stuff, and she never beat me once, but
never once. Don't give her some credit. Come some.
She never got good. But we used to play EA Sports, little college football. I think it's gonna come back because those boys can get paid. So I'm excited. Excuse me, those young men can get paid, so I'm excited. But no, yeah. So some people say, keying on one thing, focusing on one thing, and I think that's all right if you think that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And if you think that's your trail, your way that you're gonna be successful. But recently, a brother I really respect, he came and he said, you know what, Ishmael, I really respect and admire how you're not afraid to do all the things you want to. You're living life to the fullest. You want to do this, you do it. You want to try a new project, you want to try a new activism route, you want to. There was even a point in my life where I really, really thinking about a real strong U.S. Senate run. Like,
Right.
seriously.
So to rewind really quick.
So I just want to do everything. I want
Right.
to do everything and be happy with it.
So, you know, I've been a hairstylist like all my life, but
Yeah.
professionally the last like 15, 12, I don't know. I'm not going to age myself. Over a decade. So, and like that was my thing. That's what everybody knew me for. That's like the lane I feel like most people thought I was going to or supposed to stay in.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in January of this year, some things changed at City Impact and they, you know, approached me. And again, like we had a lot of discussions and, you know, kind of try to figure out what would be a good fit for me to be there more. And we're full, like I've been on staff for 4 years, but like to really like be there. And so I just took that leap of faith and, you know, had I not done that, then we would have never met because it's not like you get your hair done. You know, this is probably what, the second time that I've done it?
Yeah. I got my hair done one time with you, and it was a great experience. You have, man, over there at your salon, y'all got the hair washing thing, everything. The dryer, my phone was charging.
It's definitely because my goal is to leave everything better than, you know, when it came. But the cool thing is, you know, like when I started researching, like, what does a community engagement coordinator do? Like, how do I raise money? Like, how do I get involved? You know, and everyone's like, Ishma, talk to Ishma. And it was like, literally, like, I felt like I was like hunting down a celebrity because you're doing so much. Like, I could never get a hold of you, but it's kind of cool because,
I'm glad we
you know,
got connected.
6 months later, you know, we have all these different projects we're working on.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm going to really stay on you about and what I'm super excited about is the Young
Women's Business Leadership Academy.
All the letters.
Yeah. YWBLA.
Yes.
Young Women's Business Leadership Academy.
That's my heart and soul.
Yes.
That's my passion. I just really want to give young ladies, you know, an opportunity and some mentorship.
Well, see, the young men took that trip. Now it's the young ladies' turn. And so we're going to collaborate to make that happen. And we're going to, actually, it's cool. We're going to do something before that, and then we're going to make that big thing happen. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe we can partner with KB on that.
I would love that.
Because KB is doing all the things all the time.
His Visionary Youth is going to blow up. I'm so excited for that.
VY is coming soon.
It's coming very soon.
It's
It's already
soon.
here.
No, yeah,
it's already
it
here.
is. But it's coming for everybody's. No, I won't say that.
No, but that's good. So this was a great tea time. I'm super
really
glad
great.
that
And
we.
it's tea was bomb too.
I know. You gotta try it sometimes. It's good for your soul. You guys have tea at the shop, and
yeah,
I literally had just stocked up.
Teas.
But I've been using a lot. I gotta make sure, you know, keep my immune system good. So I'll probably buy some today at the grand opening. So I want to see everybody. Pear Studios.
Be at Pear Studios. We got the grand opening of Good Earth 2. We have the special sneak peek, the preview screening of No One Else by Radio Jams, myself and Brady Wells. So come holler at us, 1410 O Street. Starts at 8 p.m. We'll be going on for a long time. I think the grand opening starts at 6 for the Good Earth. So come through. Thank you, Ashley, for letting me come on here and do some promotion.
Yeah, I knew you was about to go ham with the politics. And I was like, next show.